Hey guys, welcome back to the G&A podcast. I am clearly the best ship who's also the maid. Do we do?
And I am one of the new Yákuzá members in Boku no Hero Academia, Sobroni,
Yes, welcome
jumping
back
ship.
to G. welcome back to G&A podcast. Talk about all things anime. And this episode, we're gonna be trying out something a little different. Because, I was like listening to other podcasts lately and I was thinking, what is something that our podcast is like kind of lacking? And that is like little segments. I feel like we just go right into the anime reviews. And while that will be basically the whole premise of the show, we're just going to do something a little cute in the beginning. Something that I am calling This Week in Anime. I feel like that sounds copyrighted, but
I'm pretty sure it
until,
is.
until that letter comes in the mail, I don't know. Yeah, so this week in anime, the next season of Kaguya-sama is coming out. It's been
Yes,
announced,
there
which
is a
is
god. God has been
yes,
confirmed.
yes, God has also been confirmed. So thank God. Thank God for that.
Of course, we'll be
Also
covering it when it comes out.
absolutely. Also, Cowboy Bebop has been, I think the production has been delayed
Oh
for a
yeah, I
couple of
saw
months
that.
because the main guy, John Cho, he's been injured. So we hope for a speedy recovery, get well soon, and
I also thought
create
that
that.
the whole production was stalled. I thought they just canned it. I didn't know it was still ongoing. This has been
That's
in
why. That's
production
why.
for
That's why I
like a
said I
decade.
thought
I
that was
swear this has
canned.
been in production since I was like in high school.
They said, I feel like there was like whispers of it, but then like it actually started happening
Maybe,
like
I don't know.
recently.
Somebody should
Like
research if this was like an internet rumor that became reality or something.
yeah, but then like I thought it was canned too, but then like I read like one or two more articles and they're like, oh, the guy got like hurt. So we don't know. I'm gonna assume that like he's going to just get better and then they're gonna keep on going. I'm putting those vibes
Well,
out
I look
there.
forward to watching it in 2037 when it comes out so I can watch it with my grandkids. In
Yes.
other news, there's also a second season of Fruits Basket confirmed just yesterday, I think. It'll be airing in 2020, so we will also be covering that when it airs because we got to finish the Fruits Basket.
Yes, we need to see Yuki's character become good.
I don't know if that's gonna happen. No
So
promises.
one can hope. But until then, let us move on to our weekly review. Starting off with Boku no Hero 4 episode Boku no
So,
Hero Academia season 4 episode 2.
yep, the actual start of the
Yeah,
season,
the
as far
actual
as I'm
start of the
concerned.
season, yeah. Um and like just like I expected, it was like, oh, you're here. This is what I came for.
Yeah,
This is it. They were like, we are in it.
they kind of picked up the ball right where they left it off. We have Deku getting his internship, and he's actually interning with All Might's past sidekick, who apparently has some history with him. I like how they're kind of setting it up like, oh, you're gonna learn from my sidekick, and it looks like his sidekick is very different from all the people that Deku has been working with so far. So I'm
Yeah.
curious how that's gonna like come into play.
Yeah, and like I love how they kind of like they're turning him on his head already. Like, oh, he's super strict and scary because everyone thinks that's how he is. And then, of course, at the end of the episode, he's like tickling his sidekick.
Bubble Girl is cute. I'm so glad that we have another cute girl. See, that's the other thing. Hero Academia never fails in producing really cute girls for me to cheer for.
Yeah,
So thank you for
and,
Bubble Girl.
yes, cute. Fellow girl is indeed kawaii.
Although the sidekick doesn't look very strong, so I'm wondering if his quirk is just like intelligence related or something. Like I'm basically wondering if this is going to be some arc where it makes Deku into a smarter fighter rather than a stronger fighter.
Yeah, which everyone. I don't know. That's kind of that's weird because Midoriya he's actually relatively smart, like
He
compared to like
is.
a lot of protagonists.
He is, but he's not like
Yeah,
he's not. He could be smarter. He's
he
not
could be
super
smarter.
genius or
Yeah, he's
anything.
not a super genius. He's like, it's like when we comparing him to like all the other. Like,
well, yeah, you're comparing him to like Naruto and fucking Ichigo or something.
Yeah, and Natsu and Shinra.
What great company to have him with. I think you can be considered excellent just by virtue of being average in that lineup. Goku. Jesus Christ.
But yeah. Oh, rest in peace, Magna One-san.
Yeah. Oh man, that was a way. See, that's what I really loved about this episode. That they were like, all right, we got to make sure this episode comes out of the gate strong. So we need something big to happen, and it fit in perfectly because he was a character who's not so important that his death is going to be like super major, but he's also
an alternate timeline.
Yeah,
but
it still hurts.
Yeah, because like we knew.
Yeah, he was around for a few episodes, or like a couple seasons, I think. So him literally blowing up, that was a really horrific death, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm not used to death scenes like that in Hero Academia.
Yeah, they usually don't happen. So I was like, I was like, damn. So they went there, huh?
Yep, they did that. Toga got her little spotlight, which I love.
Yeah, Toga did not. Wait, I'm getting her confused with Togata.
Oh no, I don't give a shit about Togata. I care about Toga.
Sorry, I'm sorry that they are literally so similar. Literally 2 letters off.
No, they couldn't be more different.
Yes, they could not. Toga did not take his death well.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed like they were very close to each other. Although, to be fair, I'm still looking for the reasons why he attacked him.
Well, he was coming in and being like, "Oh, well, you got to work for me, and you all should be under my foot and shit." So he was like, no, I'm about to beat shit out of you." And it didn't work out so well for him.
You could just say no.
Listen, they're evil people in an evil organization and they're goons. What do you expect? Alright, you know what? You walk into the middle of a Yákuzá meeting and you go and tell everyone, "Hey, I'm here to rule all of you guys." And let me know how that works out for you.
Yeah, can I have his quirk? Because if I have his quirk, then yeah. Sure.
Only if the Yákuzá people get the other guy's quirk and blow you up to make it even.
Wait, no, I want the blow up quirk. I'm coming to them just like the blow up guy did.
No, but you're asking why would the other guy attack the guy coming in, the Yákuzá guy?
Yeah, I'm saying why would they take the?
And I'm saying it's because they're evil, and they're if you come into an evil organization and they're like, "Hey, let me just rule you guys," they're gonna beat the shit out of you.
I mean, like maybe if you came to my home and you're like,
I mean, they're literally like right there. So, well, like I said, you're right. You walk up to some Crips on the corner and you tell them you work for me now, and you let me know how that goes for you.
I won't, because I'd probably be dead.
Exactly, and that is why Boku no Hero Academia is perfectly
not the same. Not the same, because everyone in this world has superpowers.
A gun is a superpower, kind of, in the real world, if you think about it.
It is.
It's similar. It is similar.
Yeah. So, R.I.P. Magnone-san. Yeah. I think they're all basically working under a new villain. I forget what his name is. It's a long Japanese name that sounded.
I'm just gonna call him Japanese Plague Mask Dude or Yákuzá guy or something.
Yeah, that's gonna be my name.
I'll remember his name if he becomes more important.
Yeah, they say it enough times.
I don't want to remember somebody's name if they're just gonna die. You know, I have a feeling that Togata is just gonna come out and be like, "Okay, yeah, no, we're gonna kill him immediately 3 episodes from now or something."
I still forget Tomorrow's name. Name. I just know him as the hand guy, like stone guy, the Medusa dude.
I call him Hand Dude. Yeah. We're very creative with our naming, by the way, guys. This is very top tier level nicknaming that we have.
Listen,
we have a system
that we have to know.
We have a system in place for this.
You have a lot of characters you have to know, all right? Can't learn everyone's first and last name.
I miss we need to watch another anime that's like set in America and everyone is just like John or Tim or Bambi or something.
Yeah, like
I can remember those names.
Norse, Cosmos, something like that. Alright, let us move on to Shokugeki no Soma, Season 4, Episode 2. I have no notes for this, actually, because I was actually eating while I was watching
we were
this.
embracing the spirit of Shokugeki and eating while we were watching.
Yeah, because it made me hungry, and I don't want to be hungry. Also, my food was getting cold. So reasons, essentially.
To be fair, there wasn't really a lot that happened. I mean, there was a lot that happened, but it's one of those things where it's like we don't need to go too in detail because literally what happened was what we called what was going to happen last episode.
Yeah,
it was very obvious.
Yeah,
Rindo won and the other guy won. The fish dude.
Yeah, fish dude won. And even though it wasn't like the main fight, quote unquote, whatever, and we knew how it was gonna end, it still made the episode like it's still enjoyable.
Yeah, that's what I like about
with my
Shokugeki though.
food.
That's why I like it. Like even if you know what's gonna happen, it's still the journey to get there is still very fun, and they still kind of like they never stray from trying to bait you. Like they'll keep up the energy. Like, well, you know, maybe he's gonna win, maybe Rindo's gonna lose.
I love how in this one they were like, I think at some point they gave up when they like skipped right to like they all lost. Like,
yeah, there was just like a jump cut, and they were like, "Yeah, you lost." 5 seconds later.
Yeah, exactly. I enjoyed that. That was funny. I really enjoyed the mimic dude. He was very fun this episode.
I love what they did with his character because when he first showed up, he was just kind of like really stupid and generic, kind of goon character.
Yeah,
and now he's actually a very important part of the team, and he has developed into a really fun character. Like when he was doing all his impersonations of other Elite 10 members.
Yeah,
like,
that was very
really
funny.
So I love that I love Shokugeki's characters. I think they have really all the characters are just so out there and colorful. We're gonna get into talking about one of the shows that doesn't do that.
Except for that one girl who makes like fermented alcohol shit. I feel like I still don't know who she is.
Wait,
like,
is it the girl with black hair?
Name. No, her hair is like a dark red.
Huh, I don't remember.
She lives in the house.
Oh, the other girl. Well, she's cute. That's alright. She doesn't have that personality. I was talking about the guys.
Oh,
the cute girls don't need a personality. Although they do still have it. They still have the great personalities, though. Look at Rindo.
What do you mean? No, the other girl has personality. Like,
I know. Yeah, she does.
She's like all the time and cuts and cooks with like meats, animal meats and stuff. See, like that. She's cool. I like her.
I like how they even gave the MC a personality. Was she in the show before this season? I don't remember ever seeing her. Yeah,
she was in it for like the first tournament.
I don't remember her.
She just literally was in like a total gyaru. Like she was like that. I love how they did that. Like before, I guess oh damn, it sucks because you don't remember her. You can't like appreciate how funny it is. Like she was like a cute like I'm like the food idol, and now she's at their during Central. She's like I'm a total gyaru now. Fuck all you guys. Only Central. Like I love that change in personality.
Oh, I gotta go back and rewatch like the first season or something.
I really enjoy that they did that with her.
That's good. Yeah, she's standing out now for sure.
Yeah, this anime is so good. Like you said, they even side characters like her, they just put so much. They just put so much into her and just make her so fun.
Exactly, and such a big cast too.
This is not easy to do, but they put off decently well. So I'm happy about that.
And I think that's all I had to say. Rip Kuga next episode. I'm pretty sure Kuga is going to lose to
oh yeah, it's going to be awful.
Yeah.
It's going to be awful yet obvious.
Yep, and we'll still enjoy every second of it. Shall we move on?
Yes, please.
Alright, let us move on to Fate Grand Order Babylonia, episode 3. Another excellent episode.
I'm so tempted to make this my episode of the week.
I know, me too. I
So
feel
tempted.
like every week is just gonna be a struggle. Be like, I really want to make this episode of the week, and I gotta find a reason not to do that.
I'm so tempted.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to this. I'm gonna give it to this.
Okay, good. That means I don't have to. Cool.
Because this one episode did something I was looking for in the other 2 episodes that they didn't do, and I was scared of. The one thing I was scared of this show doing was moving too quickly and the pacing being all off. But this episode did a lot to.
No,
this was a really well paced. Yeah, they slowed it down, and it felt like they actually took their time to savor all the character interactions. Like the Ushi scene with the Ushi, Benkei, Leonidas drinking party was great. Them just going around doing little mundane tasks was fun. Seeing Mosh in her cute outfit.
Yeah, yeah. It was from start to finish. It was just so good. It was just so good. Like, I just.
Let's start with the beginning.
Yeah, the Gilgamesh, everything. Like, living for Gilgamesh. I was so happy. It's so great because it feels like I personally can relive all Gilgamesh's moments because I voice acted them all.
Yeah, yeah. It's like you can self-insert really well.
Yeah, the whole obnoxious laugh.
10 out of 10 laugh.
Yeah, I remember doing that laugh in a French accent. I also remember the statement about him, like him joking on them, saying like, "Ha, yeah, that's how you guys are gonna kill me by laughing me to death." Like,
yeah,
just him being so like snide and like, God, I almost want to like this talking about. I almost want to watch it all over again.
Yeah,
it's that funny, and it made me feel. It was just so satisfying.
All of it.
Satisfying. Ugh.
I like the subtle differences in Gil's character because you could see he's not as arrogant as his younger self in like Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero, where he's just kind of like he's still like, you know, high up there and aggressive, but he's just not as he's not gonna kill everyone he sees for like looking at him the wrong way. You know, like he seems a lot more reserved.
Yeah, and chill,
but still intimidating. So that's really cool. I loved his interactions with Ishtar as well. Him just like teasing the shit out of her.
Yeah, that's pretty great. And then like Ishtar being super tsundere, like
this Ishtar is just Rin, by the way. This is not. This is just plain straight up Rin at this point.
Yeah, and I'm here for it. That's what she's supposed to be. And I feel like she's Rin, but like if Rin just didn't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah.
Because
basically, like, if you made Rin a goddess.
Basically, he was like, "Oh, I'm angry because X, Y, and Z," and then she's like, "Oh, like, oh yeah." I love that. I love when they took that one moment when she stopped and looked at Anna. They included that in there.
That's what I mean. Like all the little things are like I was afraid that they were going to skip over. They also did something with Anna much later in the episode that foreshadowed stuff that's going to happen later on in the season. So I love that. Like they're still planting all the seeds and they're taking their time with it. Exactly,
but yeah, that's what I was saying. I love how she just looked at it and she said, "Well, it's got complicated. Well, I'm gonna peace out for now. That's enough for today. Bye." Just a little turn thing just floats away. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that sounds like Ishtar.
Yeah, it was great. The fighting, they always work in at least one action scene, but it doesn't feel forced. Like the fight was actually really well done, both against Gil and against Ishtar.
God, just so good. Like
so much budget.
so much budget, so worth it.
They were saying, I was talking with Xavier about this the other week. Cloverworks had people. They would take people from their other anime that they were working on, like throughout the year, like Promised Neverland and stuff, and they would be like, "Nope, you're now working on Fate Grand Order." So they usually just took all their best assets from one project and put them on to Fate Grand Order. So it looks like it's working really well. I'm like, oh no, that explains a lot.
Yeah, this is like the Avengers of producing anime. So yes, good on Fate.
Also, Ushi was adorable. Shout out to Ushi.
Adorable. Leonidas was hilarious, and Benkei unfortunately was not Donald Duck.
No, someone put me in the studio. I'll give him a voice. I'll breathe life into Benkei. I'll make him the star of the show.
But yeah. Yeah, oh my god, cute Anna with the cake. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my god. I love Anna's character so much. I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
ugh. I'm just like, Anna truly is cutest when she's telling Merlin to die.
I would kill you. Even like in her sleep, she's like, I'm gonna murder
Seriously,
you.
yeah. Yeah, like, oh gosh, I should have killed Merlin after all. I'm like, girl, same.
Even Merlin has his few
Uh,
little troll moments here and there, which is nice.
oh my god, with the what do you calls it when they were like they had the day off and Merlin's like, oh, you guys should go on a date.
Mm-hmm. And Anna shows up, cock blocks
and
them.
he just skips along, like up the stairs.
Yeah.
God, I love it. Like, yeah, I love this story. This is so. I love it. That's why I can't make it my episode of the week because it's like I know I already love this story so
Mm-hmm.
much.
See, but I'm gonna leave it on this show to continue raising the bar. Now that I made it my episode of the week, like I think 2 weeks in a row, you gotta keep
Yeah.
raising the bar. The next episode has to be substantially better than this one, and keep so
Yeah.
on and so forth.
Oh, and P.S. At the end, Gorgon looked amazing.
Yeah, Scorpion looked incredible. Oh, I
As
can't
she
wait.
as she chomped that dude in half.
Yeah, I cannot wait for the Gorgon fight. Oh, it's gonna be so great when Quetzalcoatl shows up too, and Taiga. Oh. All right, let's move on before we spend the rest of the podcast on this episode.
Agreed. Next up, we have Haatage, Kemono Michi, episode 3.
And that's just your episode of the week.
No.
Ooh.
I
I wish I gave out like comeback episodes awards or something because this was a big step up from last week's.
Yes, this was a very good episode. Agreed. So yeah. I love just at the beginning they did some really awkward for woman
This is
action.
exactly what we said they need to do. They need to lean
Yeah.
into the absurd, cringy,
Furry.
dumb, stupid shit. Yes.
Yeah, just like that. And they did. They did it right in the first 2 minutes. I'm just like, yes. Starting off strong.
I want to be uncomfortable while I'm watching the show.
Right? If it's not making me a little bit uncomfortable, like, I don't think it's worth it. I don't want it.
Like they were zooming in on this furry girl's like curves and stuff, and I'm like, oh, please stop, please, no more. Zoom out. Focus on someone else.
And then, like, the whole dramatic, like, oh, I must go. Goodbye. They make it seem like some, like love drama.
I
Like,
hope they
happening.
continue with that. Like that's like a subplot of him
Oh
falling
my
for
god, I
her.
hope so.
Yeah, that and the new characters showed up, which thankfully they are both very interesting, and they gave a new dynamic to the show. I think. Both what's her name,
Hanako.
and
Yes.
Carnilla.
That is her official name.
Yes.
Even though she went by fucking Linda the entire episode. It was like Linda something. Like Linda something.
And you were like,
I
I'm gonna
shortened
call her
name to
Linda. Nope.
And then they're like,
Hanukkah.
nope, at the end, Hanako. Whatever.
Her little gag of just like she just wants to eat the dog is pretty fun.
Yeah. She just want to eat all the monsters, and he's like, stop trying to eat all the monsters.
And they also have good interactions with each other, like with the mask and like him capturing her and shit. There was just like a lot of little moments that I really wanted from the show. See, my thing about this episode is I liked it so much because there was more to the comedy than just him freaking out about hugging furry things.
Exactly, like very like subtle things that were just like he like even in like their conversations, like when they're like running and he's like and she's running behind him and he's like, wait, how'd you get out of the trap? And she's like, oh, I just opened the bars.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just tried to pry to open the bars and they opened. And he's like, huh.
Yeah. That scene, the repeat of the scene where he takes the job and the guy shows up with a new sword and he just flings the guy and then Shigure just takes the sword again. Whoa! Someone dropped their sword!
Look, another sword and someone else left behind.
And if you notice in the beginning of the episode, she went to pawn off his original swords. I like the consistency of the plot.
Yes.
So she just like that's their second source of income is just she's gonna pawn off swords from this dude.
Yes, oh, I hope so. Oh god, and he keeps suplexing everyone, or it wasn't a suplex. I think he put the guy in what I believe is a DDT.
I believe it's called a DDT, sir.
Yeah. Well, the Guildmaster.
Yeah, I
They
like
kept
how
calling him
he every time he just shows up to take a job, he just fucking beats the shit out of everybody in the guild. And
yeah,
walks out.
anyone who calls him like a demon hunter slayer or something like that. Or demon beast slayer, there you go. I love when he changes his outfit and immediately everyone's just like, hey, there's a pervert, let's chase him.
Yeah. when he puts on the mask with Hanako, and then they run into Shigure, and the other guy's like, "Hey, what's going on over there?" And the guy just like pokes out from the alleyway and just shows him.
He's like, "Oh no, nothing's going on. I just let him go home. Bye."
Oh, or you.
I said, I got a way to sneak you around, Hanako. Here. How about we just go as a masked couple? I have a mask for you too. I'm like, oh my god.
Yes.
Both walking around with masks.
And of course.
And then they gave himself names, other names. Like he's like, I forgot what was
his. It was like a mask off guy or something, or sky guy or something.
Masker off and Destroyer Hanako. Just a masked couple, guys.
Nothing to see here. And of course, the ending scene with Carmilla, and she's just monologuing and fucking throws holy water in her face.
Yeah, she's like monologuing.
And pins her down with garlic. Probably shove this garlic in her mouth. Like, Jesus, you're gonna murder her on the spot. For someone who doesn't want to hurt animals, he has no problem just like absolutely murdering people.
Oh, absolutely not. I love how she literally was like, and then she comes in and Carmilla's like, oh. I am of the or who said it? Oh no. Hanako's like, well, I'm Linda from the time of, and she keeps trying to stop her, like, no, stop talking. And she's like, no, I must tell you, I am Linda from da-da-da, and I'm from a whole family, a royal family, and we're only taught to kill humans, da-da-da-da-da. And then, of course, that's when the vampire shows up. They're like, well, now you know our secret, I have to kill you all. And then he's like, Gento's like, we didn't even ask.
You just told us of your own free will. Oh, yeah. Now, see, I love that this came back. This was a big bounce back, and it went the way it had to go with all these different types of comedy, all this over-the-topness, and just fun interactions with fun characters.
Yes. It's like getting there. It needs that extra oomph that fucking Josie Kosei had. That oomph of like just pure unadulterated ridiculousness.
Go that extra mile. You can do it, Kemono Michi.
Yeah, I believe in you. Yes. I believe in you.
Alright. You know what else I believe in?
Nope.
Azur Lane, episode 3. Hold on there, Azur Lane. Keep going. Do your thing. Prove the haters wrong. Beach episode.
It was a beach episode, and like I was telling Oni, I would not care. It was like half this episode was really good. Well, okay, really good is a strong word. That's a really strong word. I'm like, whoa, hold on.
Speak your mind. It was really good. Don't hold your feelings back.
It was good. Like for a beach episode, because it's like a beach episode and we're all having fun and blah, blah, blah. And more importantly, Belfast came and she's just my favorite ship. I think she is beautiful, and I love her. I love that interesting. She's like, I don't know. She said something and just gave that cute little look on her face, like that smug little look on her face.
Yeah, she's like smug 90% of the time.
Oh, and I'm like, yeah, I'm here for it, and she looks fantastic. So I don't know. I just really like Belfast, and then I guess, and then the beach episode was fine. But then literally the other half was all centered around what's her face?
Enterprise. So alright, I think we'll agree.
Moody. And
I will agree. Enterprise is the weak point of the show by far.
It's too bad it's literally half the episode is her.
And I hate what they did. with Enterprise, because in the game she's more. I think in like the beginning she's kind of like that, like war, but then after like a certain while she's just more like a dork. Like she's supposed to be childish, where she's like hanging out with the children constantly and like dressing up as Santa Claus and like just being silly. So I don't like that they just literally took her from being like this dorky cute girl to just being like, war never changes. Oh, so everything is suffering.
I think what they're trying to do is like harp on the fact that she, I guess, is like really like
PTSD.
Not PTSD. Like she is very sensitive inside. They're kind of trying to align that with her being like, you know, maybe edge that towards like her childish personality. Like I just really want to hang out with everyone and be childish, like in the game, and they're trying to transition to. They're
doing a very bad job of transitioning.
I mean, yeah, no, they're doing an awful job. It didn't need to be all of this.
Yeah, it's a bit much. I will say that. Like, I'm not a big fan of brooding, somber characters. I don't think it's really difficult to do that right. That type of character.
I'm like. But like this is just like I don't. And this is like, really wrong. Don't understand. It's like I'm not gonna lie. As someone who has watched and enjoyed Kuzuno Honkai, I am all for people just being sad and miserable and X, Y, and Z. But bitch, give me a reason. Well, you're just sad just to be sad. Like
the thing about Kuzuno Honkai is everyone is miserable and somber. In this show, like 99% of the cast is happy-go-lucky, and there's just one bitch who's just crying.
It doesn't matter if it's true. If they focus on this 1% for literally half the episode.
But that's what I mean. That's why it's not working, because there's everyone. It feels like she's in the wrong show, because it's like, woo! Even like the bad guys are just like whimsical and fucking over the top, and she's just like. Oh, I'm mopey and she literally stood in the rain brooding for like an hour.
Literally stood in the rain, like looking up at the sky. I'm like, are you serious? Like, why? Like you just all you did was fight a few times, and then that's it. And then you're just like, man, war sucks. Like, and I'm like, you're not wrong, but at the same time, it's just like. Like you're just kind of. It's like you're not even like trying to talk your way through it. At least Kuzuno Honkai was like their point.
No, we're not, and no, we're not doing. We're not saying that Kuzuno Honkai is better than Azur Lane. By the way, I hope that's not what you're implying.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying, at least they're shifting their points of misery. Like fucking the MCs were like, oh, I'm miserable because of this reason. But now something happened. I'm miserable because of this.
I mean, she's miserable because war sucks. That's pretty much her point of misery, that she has to be in a war, and war is horrible.
Okay, but then what does that have to do with her just sitting there in the rain while she's like literally like half dead in combat? What is the correlation between that?
She probably has PTSD and is just distraught.
Hey, Enterprise, you need to fix your ship because like you're gonna fall apart literally at any second, literally any moment. I'm fine. I'm gonna walk away and brood somewhere over.
I mean, I don't have a problem with her motivation. It's just annoying to see it constantly. Like she takes up too much of the episode.
Yeah, that's true. Like this is a show about Azur Lane, like ship girls. I'm not here for depression. That's what literally Kuzuno Honkai was. Depression and drama. Yeah, and this show, I don't want any from this show. Show me girls being pretty and shooting at each other.
Which we did get for the rest of the episode. Laffy is single-handedly saving this anime super hard. Laffy being best girl always.
Okay, that is your opinion. And Laffy is cute. I'm not gonna lie. I did love the scene where she shook her hair off in the rain, I guess. But yeah. I need more action, less moping, more action. There wasn't really much
fighting. Any action in this episode. Well, I imagine they need to save budget for other stuff. This is not Fate Grand Order. They don't have infinite. They don't have infinite budget.
Like unicorn panty shots.
Yes, the incredible unicorn panty shots. Shout out to the creative design team, by the way, because beautiful panty shots.
Okay, I literally have said everything I need to say about this anime.
All right, then let us move on to something as. Speaking of mopey dark moods, let's talk about Vinland Saga.
Oh yeah, this is definitely my episode of the week.
Man, wasn't it some episode of the week last week?
No, last week was FGO.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, okay, whatever.
yeah, it was. Episode was amazing last week. And this is mine because it was. I know we kept saying that Ragnar was going to die,
Mm-hmm.
like, but I literally didn't. They did such a. Is it me
Mm.
that I didn't expect it coming this episode? Was I just not paying attention? Like, because I was just
Oh
so
no, I
caught
totally
up
caught
in.
it. As soon as he showed up when Thorfinn had the rabbit and he was being nice to Thorfinn, I'm like, oh, he's gonna die.
Like in hindsight, the red flags were stronger than ever this episode.
I'm like, ooh, they're making his character actually nice. No fucking way, he's living this episode.
Yeah, it just I didn't expect it because so much was already happening. So much was already happening this episode, and they were just like, we could. It's like they could have done so many things. They could have shown fucking Thorkel arriving to fuck shit up.
Mhm.
They could have shown the actual fighting between everyone. Like, they had options of everything that they could have shown, but then said, "No, we're just gonna fuck with all of you and kill him right now."
Yeah, they just went up and offed Ragnar.
Ragnar.
Yeah, and even his death was kind of like the way he went out was kind of interesting. Like he didn't go out fighting, but he was like going out like take care of it, like trying to make everything possible work for the prince.
He was like, "Okay, fine, you killed me. Like, congratulations, asshole." But
you need to make sure my prince is well taken care of. And we found out that the king doesn't like the prince.
Yeah, the king is like, yeah. That's what I mean by like. It's like there's like things were happening and then like in the last 3 minutes everything happened like
yeah,
like
exactly.
a whole shift in the anime took place within like 3 minutes like like Askeladd's plans went into motion to have Canute in his corner, plus finding about King Swen, planning to kill Canute, which means now that they somehow have to keep Canute alive while at the same time getting rid of Harold.
Yeah.
So it's like, and that's why I love the episode because I along with I assume other people are like, what the fuck's happening now? What is going to happen? Like I don't know. Like I can't.
There's going to be a lot of drama when it comes to the fact that eventually Canute's going to find out that Askeladd killed Ragnar. I don't think there's a way to keep that a secret.
And that was another thing because they also, which like they tied up this episode so well because I'm sure as you probably noticed, there were definitely some like they talked about King Suen a lot. And Canute, you could see Canute clearly felt some type of way with he definitely had his daddy issues.
Yeah.
Via the time he cooked for him, and even in the beginning, you can peep that.
Yeah.
Because he like when the priest is like, God, like I'm doubting that you can hear me, or I'm doubting your love.
Yeah, he laid it on thick with that one. There's no way a father could not love his son. Ah!
Yeah, my father loves me.
I was like, do you want to sit down and have a talk real quick, Mr.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this episode I think it did a great job of just like setting up his character too. Like I'm actually in his corner now. I want to see how this works out. I think he's gonna now try to like rely on Thorfinn, and I'm wondering to see how, like, is Thorfinn gonna be his new primary caretaker? How's that gonna work?
Fuck.
He's gonna be really different from Ragnar.
Yeah.
Probably gonna train him to fight.
Also, did you see him in did you peep him when he was in the when they were cooking up the stew and he looked, cuter than like half the girls that we've seen this
Yeah,
in
and
like
even
most of the anime seasons.
even
Any anime
Thorfinn,
we've seen this year.
even Thorfinn was like, oh, so beautiful.
Yeah, right.
They're shipping this super hard.
Mm. So
I imagine it's
guys,
gonna be super shipped next week too.
I'm not saying you have to, but maybe drop a line if I can find some good canoe dojins.
Hmm.
Doesn't matter who. Just putting it out there.
I feel like Vinland Saga is a show that would probably be popular. I don't know. I don't know. I can't. I'm not
Wait
gonna pretend
to
to know
find
about the
out.
dojin scene in male centric shows.
Yeah, me neither. Even though I might.
All right.
Alright, let's move on to our last anime of the podcast, Fire Force, episode 13, on
Hmm.
number 13. Which was
So
actually very. Which. Oh, well.
no, go ahead because I'm gonna rail on the show.
Oh, I actually liked it. I actually liked this episode.
I did too, but I
What,
don't
what,
know. It's
what was your problem?
my problem with it is I feel like it doesn't have that heart to it. Like we were talking about Kemono Michi and even going to compare to something like Soul Eater. Like Soul Eater had so much heart in it. Like every character was so unique and just like every situation was just so different and weird and kooky and over the top and it was just so it was Soul Eater was its own thing and it was very entertaining. I feel like this show is very much just a generic shonen. Like none of the characters. There's rare moments where there's a bit of heart, like that moment where um, Arthur fucking knee kicked one of the little girls was
Oh
hilarious.
my god, that was hysterical.
That was fucking great. And it's usually whenever Arthur's involved, he's the one that brings like a lot of the levity and heart to the show. But everything else just feels so dry. It's just like the whole first half of this episode was just so. Ugh, it was hard to get through for me. Like the whole backstory and the speech and everything by what's his name on the floor. It's just so generic and it was so bland. And it was something like I could see in any shonen from like the past 2 decades. So I just feel like it's inconsistent with when it wants to be good and when it wants to just be like leaning on other tropes like really hard.
Hmm. I mean, yeah. Like, is it? I feel like I don't know. I feel like if I grew up without watching Naruto, I feel like I would have this same problem with this as I do with Naruto. But I already see Naruto, so it's like my expectations for Shonen have already been adjusted accordingly. So it's like like yeah, like this as a Shonen, it gives me what I need for it to give me, and that is a plot that isn't super utter complete garbage. That's like decent enough to follow and good fighting. And that's what they had this episode, and that's why I liked it.
I
It's
mean,
that
that's
simple.
it sounds to me like that's a bare minimum type of scenario, though. Like you're way too lenient on this compared. I feel like if this was something else, you would not be this lenient on this show because it does the like. For example, the evil guy showed up. You can tell at the first 5 seconds this dude was evil. Like there's no effort put into making the characters more interesting or more diverse. Remember Soul Eater when Medusa showed up? Medusa was fucking great as a villain. You didn't know what the fuck she was gonna do. You had her. She was hiding her personality for like the first half of the season. You didn't even know she was evil. It was a big twist. This is just like color by the numbers shonen. The only thing it has going for it is the fight scenes.
the fight scenes and the cinematography in general is really good.
Yes,
They have some very pretty
it's
scenes.
visually pretty. But
It's
I
very
just
visually
feel like
pretty.
there's really little substance to it, though.
Agreed. Like I'm not. disagreeing, but I feel like this is the it's kind of the thing that's for at least for me a common thing that I struggle with shonen to begin with. Most shonen don't most shonen that I watch don't have that they don't have that substance that I'm looking for. That's why there's good shonen and then there's bad shonen.
And I just feel like this is kind of just the middle of the road.
Yeah, this is why it's. God, I still can't understand why people love Naruto so.
I love how you just hate on Naruto every podcast. I don't think there's been a podcast in the past year where you have not gone a week saying fuck Naruto.
Because I'm trying, because it's this really does feel like
Naruto had some good moments in it. The Chunin exam was great. The first arc with Zabuza was great. It kind of just fell off a cliff literally after the Chunin exam. Nah, the Sound 4 was good.
20 episodes were so great.
The Sound 4 was good. It was literally Shippuden, those kind of. But now that I come back and think about it,
really, no, I didn't really care. I didn't really care for Naruto was very, I still don't like it because everything about it is just it literally just feels like Dragon Ball Z, but we're ninjas instead. And I'm just but that, once again, that's still my biggest complaint is you're not ninjas. You're just a bunch of superpowered freaks that call yourself ninjas. And therefore it's all trash to me. All of that aside, having to digest that lump of
alright, well,
shit
if you compare everything to Naruto, it's gonna be everything's gonna look a lot better than what it actually is. I mean, that'd be we'd be like, well, this is not getting no Guardians, so
I'm no longer about it. I'm just okay, yeah, Fire Force is not that great of a show. You're right. I'm not saying you are wrong in any of your critiques. I'm just saying I've accepted those of the critiques. I'm just gonna be okay, but give me action. And then the episode, and I will say that episode is great. If you don't give me action and you don't give me anything else, I'm going to shit on it. There have been plenty of episodes where I've shot on this just as hard as you have. This is just not going to be one of them. Because they just had the fighting and they kept me happy.
This critique is, by the way, just not particularly for this episode. Like I said, the second half of the episode I really enjoyed. The fighting was good, and the little moment with Arthur was great. But that's what I mean. It just feels like that's what I'm here for, is the fighting. It just, I don't know, just
the fighting, that fun little moment where Arthur knees the girl. Cool, cute.
I just wanted to have more heart. I want it to be more Soul Eater. I want it to stop being all these other things and be Soul Eater again. If you know what the guy did with Fairy Tail, where he remade he did a new manga, but it's just the same characters from Fairy Tail. Yeah. I kind of feel like it needs to do that. I didn't read that manga, so I don't know how much it is in line with Fairy Tail, but I want the spirit of that. I just want this to be Soul Eater 2.0, and it feels like it's trying to be Bleach copy ripoff 4.7. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's very as we said from the beginning, it literally feels like a Naruto Bleach anime, which is why I'm not going to be mad about it anymore. I'm just going to accept that that's going to be like that, and when I really don't like it, I will say it, and when it gives me what I'm expecting from a Naruto Bleach anime, I will be this was a good
this
episode.
Naruto Bleach episode was great.
Yeah, exactly.
Either way, I hope we see more of that Archer chick. She was cute, so
she was cute. You only saw her face.
It's all I needed to see.
Oh my god,
she was cute enough.
Can't wait till she dies.
Well, as long as we get to see her, I don't care. Also, more Tamaki and Maki, please. Thank you, please, and thank you.
Yeah, I guess give us something, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Give me something to work with here. Alright. And if you like working with us, then make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you can catch the podcast every week as it goes up. Also, if you haven't already, do join the party over on our Discord. Follow us on Twitch and follow us on Twitter. And if you want, you can even go the extra mile and become a patron like all these lovely patrons on screen right now. We actually just got finished watching Babylonia with some of our $5 patrons. So if you want to join us for those Babylonia streams, then you can do that as well by donating. Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Guys, as you watch anime, I'm not saying you have to like or dislike it. Just
Enjoy it.
adjust your expectations. It does it. I do that, so I am not angry and I do not stress out. See how calm I am about this, about Fire Force, as opposed to Oni, how he feels about it.
You were going off. I'm sorry. Do you want them to rewind to Azur Lane and see your reaction to Azur Lane? See, I do what you do with Azur Lane. I adjust my expectations justly. I'm just like, listen, I just want cute girls and ships and shit. And that's what Azur Lane gives me.
But, like, okay, see, my problem is I don't even care about that because I like men.
All right.
So that is the whole other issue.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're gonna apply that logic to Fire Force, I'm just gonna apply that logic to Azur Lane.
Okay, and well, either way, we're both going to be less stressed, and I'm here for it.
Cool. Until next week, this has been Sobroni and
Do we do?
I'll catch you guys next time. Later!
Bye!